The Brook by Alfred Lord Tennyson, 1809 to 1892. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down or slip between the ridges, by 20 thorps a little town and 100 bridges, till last by Philip's farm I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I chatter over stony ways in little sharps and trebles. I bubble into eddying bays, I babble on the pebbles. With many a curve my banks I fret, by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy foreland set with willow-weed and mallow. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I wind about and in and out, and here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling, and here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel, with many a silver water break above the golden gravel, and draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel covers, I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. I slip, I slide, I glue my glance along my skimming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. I murmur under moon and stars in brambly wildernesses. I linger by my shingly bars, I loiter round my cresses. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. Okay, this is a poem by Lord Tennyson, Alfred Lord Tennyson. Let's see, he came from Lincolnshire. He became the poet laureate to Queen Victoria. Okay, he went to Trinity College, Cambridge. And this poem is about the brook. It's about a river, and the idea of this poem is saying that this river, or this little stream, better a brook, a little stream, this stream, it flows eternally. It's always flowing. It never stops. Where men come and men go, the life of man is not eternal. It's something that is measured in a short amount of time, whereas this little brook, this little stream, is something that is eternal. It's always flowing, and I think the flow of this brook as well is alluding to the flow of life, that the brook is alive because it's always moving, it's always going down towards the river. So I come from haunts of coot and hern. So a haunt is a hangout, a place where somebody spends time, and a coot is a water bird, and a hern is an old-fashioned word for a heron, which is another water bird. So this is saying where the brook is born. It's born in a place where the coots and the herons live. I make a sudden sally. To sally is to come out. I suddenly come out. And I think here the water is coming out of the ground. It's suddenly flowing out of the ground. And sparkle out among the fern, to bicker down the valley. So suddenly you see the water sparkling in the ferns. The ferns are plants. And it bickers, it flashes as it goes down the valley. So you suddenly see the water flashing and shining as it goes down the valley. By 30 hills I hurry down. So it goes down 30 different hills. Or slip between the ridges, or I go between different ridges. By 20 thorps, a little town, and 100 bridges. So a thorp is a small village. So it goes beside 20 small villages and a little town and 150 bridges. So it goes down the hills, it goes between the ridges, it goes past the villages, it goes past the town, it goes under 50 different bridges. Till last by Philip's farm I flow, to join the brimming river. And when the brook, when the stream arrives at Philip's farm, it joins the river, which is full of water. Okay, so a river is much bigger than a brook or a stream. The brook is a little stream going down. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. And this verse is repeated various times during this poem, and this is talking about the eternalness of the river, the eternal river of life. Whereas individual men come and individual men go, people live but their allotted span, but the river, or maybe even the river of life, goes on forever and ever. So maybe there are always human beings, but men come and men go. Or the river is always flowing. The river is flowing eternally. I chatter over stony ways in little sharps and trebles. So it's going over stones and it's making a noise as if it's chattering, it's talking. This is a metaphor. And in sharps and trebles, these are different notes. So the river is making different notes as it goes. The brook is making different notes as it goes down towards the river. I bubble into eddying bays. So an eddy is like a little whirlpool, and maybe beside the brook there's a little area where the water goes round and round, and it bubbles into there, and it babbles. So bubble, blah, 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 blah. To babble is to talk rapidly without a lot of sense. I babble on the pebbles. So pebbles again are small stones, very small stones, maybe this size, and it's making a babbling sound as it goes over pebbles. With many a curve my banks I fret. So to fret is to wear away, to fret away. So the brook curves backwards and forwards, and it carves out its way. It cuts its way down the valley, and it goes via many a field and fallow. So a fallow is a field that is not being used, is a field that is being allowed to grow and maintain its fertility before being used another year. Fallow is being allowed to rest. So it goes past fields that are being used and fields that are fallow. And many a fairy foreland set with willow-weed and mallow. So the brook provides a set for the fairies. It provides a place which look perfect for the fairies to live. So this brook is making a place for the fairies to live with willow-weed and mallow. These are different plants that grow in wet areas. I think the willow-weed is quite a bright pink cerise colour. The mallow is a softer pink colour. I chatter as I flow, so I'm talking and talking as I flow to join the brimming river, where I join with the big river, and men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So the brook is flowing eternally. I wind about, to go backwards and forwards, and in and out, and in and out. And here, a blossom sailing. A blossom is a flower. So a flower has fallen onto the brook, onto the surface, and is going down the brook. And here and there, a lusty trout, a big trout, which is something that's good to eat. And here and there, a grayling. You can eat grayling as well. It's another fish, but trout are probably better, more sought after. And here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel. So from time to time you will see a little bit of foam on the surface of the river, a flake of foam as it travels, with many a silver water break above the golden gravel. And from time to time there are areas of the brook where it's quite shallow and there is gravel, there are little stones, and the water becomes silver, it becomes broken up. This is silver water, this white water. The water is no longer a clear mirror surface, but it breaks up and it goes along the golden gravel. And draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river. So I take all of these things, I pull all of these things towards the river, and finally I join the river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So men come and men go, but the river continues forever. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, to pass by lawns, grass planted by men by houses, and grassy plots of land. I slide by hazel covers. Hazel is a type of nut, a nut tree. So I go beside places where there are hazel trees. I move the sweet forget-me-nots. Forget-me-nots is a little blue flower with a white dot in the centre that grow for happy lovers. So I gave my lover a forget-me-not. I slip, I slide, I glue my glance among my skimming swallows. So I slip down, I slide, there are gloomy parts, I glance against things. Among my skimming swallows. The swallow is a bird that skims over the surface of the water to catch the insects that are on the surface. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. So the sun shines on the brook and the sunbeams dance on this brook, and you see the sandy shallow areas where the light is dancing. I murmur under moon and stars. So to murmur, to make a very quiet noise. I make a quiet noise under the moon and the stars in brambly wilderness. So brambles are blackberries. So a wilderness, a lost place. It goes through lost places full of blackberries and wild plants. I linger by my shingly bars. So shingle is small stone. So I spend time where there is a shallow place with lots of shingle. I loiter round my cresses. Well, a cress is a plant that likes water, watercress. And the watercress is probably growing in the river. And as the brook comes through the watercress, it moves very slowly, it loiters, it spends extra time. And out again I curve and flow. So I curve and flow to join the brimming river, to join the river that's full of water. For men come and men go. Men are not permanent, but I go on forever. So the brook is permanent. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Brook by Alfred Tennyson.